5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hooray! And we're back.
We're calling this the two-man show.
We are calling this the two-man show. Welcome back. Welcome back. You may notice, obviously if you can count, as I just about managed to stumble my way through at the start of this episode, we are a man down.
We've got one man... Oh, I was going to say up.
Well, yeah, one man up, one man down. However you fancy. Christoph is not here with us. He's not here with us tonight.
He's not. He's brushing his hair, I think.
Winding his watch.
Stroking the cat.
Is that a euphemism?
Probably.
I think so. Anyway, he's not with us. So you're stuck with the pair of us today. So as your lovely hosts, Joe here and Ricky, we're here to walk you through another topical week of information.
Informatione. Well, we're gonna lower the topical stuff this week, aren't we? We're gonna try and go back to basics. There's
a few things we want to talk about. We're not going to go through the same old stuff as much, but there's a couple of things that did grab my attention, which we'll probably talk to. But one thing I will talk about, we'll start off with actually, is that I've got a new phone.
You have got a new phone. I'm not going to say how much your new phone costs, but it was quite a lot.
How about we talk about the colour? Is it pink or is it bronze?
I think that's rose gold.
I think this also Okay, let's start.
I can't say much because my ring is rose gold. So
right, let's kick it. Let's kick this off. Right, Joe's Review Tech UK. Here we go.
You've got me into that now, by the way.
I know, he's amazing, isn't he? So basically, you may or may not know, I've been ranting pretty much every week about getting a new phone.
Because the phone that we record this show off of is from Joe's phone, because he moans that if we record from an iPhone, it's too much hard work.
It is. I'll explain later.
Even though it looked better.
It does look better.
It was too much hard work.
It adds more job work to my process, and I'm lazy. So I'm recording this right now on a Note 9 Samsung. Great phone. That was my long-term... That was my soulmate.
It was. Until you dropped it. Repeatedly.
Yeah, more than once, yeah. And the screen is now, as they would say...
I think there was a period of about 3 weeks where probably once every 4 or 5 nights you text us saying, I've dropped it again, I've broken another corner.
Basically it's very chipped up. So without any further delay, I've bought a Fold 2 Samsung.
Which none of us can actually wrap our heads around why.
Right, even myself, I'll level with you. So it's very, very nice. Very, very nice indeed. Very, very clever bit of kit. I'm going to do my best Marquez Brownlee style little review going on here.
Why have you still got your old car as the background?
Because that was also a soulmate.
Oh, okay.
So I'm missing it. And we're going to come on to that in a little while. So effectively, I've searched for a replacement phone for my Note 9. And obviously...
And I nearly swayed him over to Apple.
Nearly never made a man, however. As my Irish mother used to tell me. So... Note 10's come out, the Note 20's come out. Note 20 looks like an incredible bit of kit. The biggest problem I've got with Samsung right now, without getting too boring, is that the UK and Europe gets the worst processor chipset in the actual phones. So you're paying just as much as all the other continents, but you're getting a worse processor. And it is notably, go Google it, YouTube it, if you're that interested, you'll see what I'm talking about. The only phone Samsung make in the UK that's got the best chipset
is
this. So I was like, and for an extra little bit of money...
a little bit?
An extra little bit of money, I could have a phone that has the better chipset. And it's basically, let's not kid ourselves. This is the future.
No, it's not.
It's the future.
It's not. I don't think it is.
Let me convince you otherwise, okay? So you can be sitting here at... I've not had to charge this once today, which is big news for me. You can use the outer screen. I'm not paid by Samsung. You can use the outer screen throughout the day, and it's amazing.
Yet.
And it's not dropped yet, and it's amazing, and it's great, and it's wonderful. And I very rarely have to open the main screen. So you ask, Joe, why would you buy a folding phone not to use the better, bigger screen? Well, when I want to be sophisticated and edgy, and I want to look like I'm not looking at a phone, but I'm perhaps doing something more intellectual, like reading a book. I can sit there like a professor, open said phone, and almost make like I'm reading a book. Do I look like I'm reading a book right now?
No, you look like you're holding a very expensive phone that you shouldn't have bought.
So I also found out shortly after that I couldn't have a case on it, which has made me completely wobble on why I bought it. Because well, obviously you can't. Samsung do a case, only covers the back section. I'm pretty sure this has got a film on it, which I'm allowed to take off, which I haven't taken off.
Yeah,
and the
don't
back,
take it off.
and the back has also got a film on it with my IME number. I've not taken that off, also for fear of God that something may happen
Isn't
to it.
there a film on the folding screen as well, which they advise you strongly not to take?
They do indeed. I've got to be honest, it's the first product I've ever bought that instead of opening it filled with excitement, I've opened it filled with trepidation. As I opened it, and the phone is like that as you open it up, and on top of it is a warning pad of what you can't do with it.
You can't get it wet.
Don't get it dusty. Dusty.
Which is mad.
Get it dusty. So has no IP water resistance.
Do not take it on a building site.
Yeah, well, it even says don't get coffee beans on it. I mean, I can't remember the last time I was holding
Coffee beans?
Yes.
I'm pretty sure it don't spill coffee on it.
No, it says don't get granular coffee beans is an example of what you can't have on it.
I guarantee it's because of how like you can scratch the screen really easily.
Yeah. So, I'm treating it like a newborn baby.
Yeah.
Even better than
I'm going to be
newborn.
honest. You've had the phone how long?
It feels like 24 hours, but it's been, what?
A couple of days?
4 days, something like that, maybe?
I think I've seen it twice.
Yeah, it doesn't really leave my desk at work. I
saw it once when he got it, and once when he turned up here.
I
Other than that, I've not seen it.
I've not even really tested the cameras out. I'm too nervous. I feel, I'm in my rejection period if I want to hand it back. I feel like a finance company.
14-day cooling.
If I want to cool off and hand it back, I can do so. I'm in my right to do so. But I'm sticking with it. The only thing I might change if I had to is the colour, because it's offered in. I was about to say rose gold. It's offered in bronze, which is a matte colour, or you can get it in a gloss black.
I think black would look better.
It would look better, but it's a fingerprint magnet because it's gloss. It's like piano black. So I went for the matte finish because I didn't want it because I can't have a case. I don't want it to be a fingerprint magnet, but so far I'm really happy with it. I don't have to charge it every 2 seconds like I do my note. I'm surprised my notes even lasted this long with me rambling that it doesn't need a charge. So I'm really over the moon with it. It's a nice little number.
That kind of leads on ever so slightly to the fact that the iPhone 12 has been leaked.
Oh, pray tell me more.
I've not looked that much into it, not going to lie. I've been so busy, I've not really had a chance. All I know from the difference is that rather than having the 3 cameras on the back,
yep,
it has 4.
Oh.
But that's all I know.
I think I've seen little bits and bobs. iPhones always go over my head recently because I haven't really kept up with them. But however, being the owner of an iPad Pro with the squared off bezels, squared off edges, apparently the new iPhone's going to look like that, which I think is a good idea. Because I used to love that about the iPhone 4, iPhone 5.
I was talking about the iPhone 4 the other day because that was pretty much the iPhone that got everyone into iPhones.
Saying
so
that,
it makes sense.
Yeah, it does. It's lovely to hold. It felt great in my hands.
That's what she said.
That's what she said. So no, I'm enjoying it, but I will keep you posted. I feel like I need to get it over and done with and just drop the phone. Because do you know when you initially drop something...
I'm going to say don't do it.
You initially drop something, you lose the love for it. I think I should just drop it and get them done with.
Yeah, I'm going to say don't do it.
Samsung do give you, as a first-time buyer, they do give you a guarantee that if you do drop it and break a screen, £149 is a guaranteed replacement price for the first screen replacement. So
that's how much they know that someone's going to break it, or it's going to break within the period that you own the phone. They say we'll only charge you £149.
Can I tell you what? Sorry, we got labelled this point about this phone, but what I found really fascinating that I ordered it, and my phone company, whenever I order a phone, you'll have it next day. That's it. There's no two ways about it. It's got to be on your doorstep next day, first thing in the morning. I ordered this phone. I had a text message, sorry, there is a delay with your order. I was like, what? They've never had a delay with my order ever. I've been in the same company for years. Rung them up. I said, what is the meaning of this? I've never had to wait for a phone. And they said, oh, yes, we haven't got any of those, so we're going to have to order yours in. I said, what? Yeah, so it's going to take 3 or 4 days. It didn't. It actually took 48 hours, which is longer than normal. But I only feel that at the call centre, they went, he's only got... Boys, someone's
bought a fold.
Someone's bought a fold too, in bronze. And everyone's going, rose gold.
I've got to say, exactly the same thing happened with my iPhone 11.
Did it?
So I got a Pro Max, and I went in to order it probably a couple of days after the hype had started and everyone had already ordered.
Yeah.
So the phone was due out probably like a couple of days later. When I got my order in, they said, "Oh, you're really far back in the queue. You're probably going to be about 3 or 4 weeks." I said, "Not a problem. I'm in no rush. Sort it out when you can." So they started putting everything through, and people were online on the forums saying, "Oh, it's taking ages to get my phone." 24 hours later, I get a message, "Your phone will be ready to collect tomorrow."
Oh, really?
So I somehow managed to jump in front of people that have been waiting like weeks and weeks.
I love that though.
And it just turned up.
I love that feeling. It's like when you queue jump. I'm not a queue jumper, but if I was to queue jump, how amazing it would feel to beat the rush. But no, I'll keep you posted on my findings of having this lovely phone, and inevitably let you know what happens when I drop it.
When you break it.
I think it's going to be an expensive repair bill, but yeah. So I'm enjoying it. I'm in the honeymoon period, folks. All right, so I'll keep you posted. We'll see how it plans out. But do you know what? Talking about jumping the queue, and without going on labouring the point again even more, but this made us chuckle this week. It made me chuckle especially because I remember being a disappointed child on a game release once, and I won't go into too much detail. But there's going to be a lot of disappointed children in the world. First world problems here, sorry.
It is first world problems. Touched on the subject we've touched on a couple of times.
Oh, we have, but we've got to talk.
We've got to talk about it because it did make us laugh. So it's actually the day after the last episode, wasn't it?
Yeah.
The Xbox Series X went on pre-order, and I managed to secure one.
Woo!
Bosh. Got it through Amazon. So whether it actually turns up or not is another matter. But I think that's only America that's having the problems.
Right. Okay.
So. We then found out statistics a couple of days later that the Xbox One X sales have gone up by 750%.
It's amazing.
Not just a little bit, 750%.
So basically, obviously, consumers having a problem identifying what's the new console, what's the old console, which I sort of get because I think it can be easily. I mean, I'm a simpleton, so obviously it's going to be. But what I found really fascinating is that, well, not fascinating, what made me giggle was that there's going to be lots of confused grandparents that have tried to do the nice thing.
Get them the new console.
We've managed to secure a pre-order.
Little Jimmy, we've got one. It's coming tomorrow.
It's coming tomorrow. And this kid's like, yeah, what? Console. Yeah. And then they'll open up.
What's going to be amazing as well, they're probably thinking, oh, touch, I got a right deal here. It's only 260 quid.
Yeah, I know. Oh, mate. I know. And so they're going to get really, really upset. But obviously, again, this is a little topic that came up to fill the buzz. I think marketing and PR amazes me. I'd love to be ahead of these companies and come up with these crazy ideas.
I would love to be the sort of person...
On the receiving end.
No. There's a sort of person that works in the social media department of a company like that. Because I don't know if you ever get the chance or opportunity to have a look at the Xbox like Twitter feed. It's genuinely amazing.
Yeah?
Like, genuinely amazing. The way that they play, it's like just one of your friends.
Really?
Yeah, it's incredible. Check it out.
Because what got my attention, obviously, is Travis Scott. Do you know what? I've not really been into Travis Scott music. I really got into Travis Scott via Fortnite, which is very strange. Chris will kill me. I can only talk about this with Chris not here.
I couldn't name you a single one of his songs.
But anyway.
I'm not a Travis Scott fan.
But anyway, he's got a PS5 now, and he's playing it as we talk.
He has a controller.
Oh, that's got... They wouldn't do that to him. They would just send him a controller, Rick. Picture is going to appear around here somewhere. I'll put the picture up. But he's literally been given a PS5 to play. And
I'll be honest. I looked at the photo. I thought the controller might be photoshopped.
Oh, no.
It looks too long.
Nothing.
Look at the picture again. The controller looks too long.
He's definitely, but apparently it's been confirmed he's got one. He's and because Sony were asked, or representative was asked why, and that's why, and that was tickled my pink, is the fact that they've saved hundreds of fans, if not millions, on marketing just to give it to someone that's got 33 million followers on Instagram.
Which makes sense.
Which does make sense.
What would make more sense is if Xbox gave a Series X to a couple of people that had about 200 subscribers, just so they could push it out to their audience.
Like and subscribe.
Maybe we should reach out. We should reach out.
Maybe we're humble. Microsoft, we're humble. We're humble enough to take your sponsorship. That's not a problem. No money. Just give us a console, please.
We'll talk about it lightly.
Please, give me one. I'd have one.
Would you?
I came close.
You did come close, but you didn't order one.
No. I really feel like we've got to finish this little topic with
Joe. Kind of wanted to get in on the hype. I think you missed out on the PS5, so you decided, I know what I'm going to do. The morning of the launch of the Xbox Series X, I'm going to jump online, see if I can place it.
Right, Ricky's enthusiasm rubbed off on me.
That's understandable.
So, and the fact that he turned, Ricky didn't turn up to work at the time he should have done, and I knew that Ricky would be sat at home trying to desperately order an Xbox One X.
What's quite funny is that my boss was also sat at home trying to order a Series X.
It's incredible.
So we both said the day before to everybody, we're going to be late tomorrow.
I know. So I got to work early, and I thought, this hype train, I'm not getting on board this despicable thing. I have plans, as I've already laid in previous episodes, I have plans on what I'm doing. And then the radio in the showroom started saying, oh, everyone's getting ready for the pre-order. Oh, and I thought, well, maybe if I just looked at them, then maybe I could see how it would pan out. And
it then transpired, as the pre-orders went on to sale, you sent me a message saying, I've got one in my basket. I was literally sitting there ready just to be paid for.
He sat there, Argos. I added one to basket. I had Smith's, which is a UK toy shop. All these toy shops open. The only one that I could actually put into basket was in Argos. I added it to basket, and it wanted payment in full. So no deposit, they wanted payment in full, which is fair enough. And I sat there shaking, holding my card, looking at it. Looking at the screen, looking at it. And then Ricky texted me going, oh, it's not going in my basket. I'm looking at it. I'm thinking, oh my God, I could just have one right now. And this would be all over and done with. And I'm on board the hype train.
And he could goad it over me for weeks.
For weeks and ever. That with a person that didn't want an Xbox One X has got one. And then, do you know what? I realised that I've actually grown up. I've turned a corner in my life. I've grown up, because old Joe would have gone, I wouldn't even thought twice. Bought, done, checked out. But new Joe, I put the card back in the wallet, back into my trousers, and closed the window. And immediately went...
I literally said to a friend earlier, I said, I'm literally, at the moment, I'm just a big kid with adult money.
Yeah, I know.
What was I looking at when you walked through the door earlier?
I know.
I was looking to buy a skateboard. Why do I want a skateboard? Because I started playing Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. That's why I wanted the skateboard.
If you were referenced back to an old episode, though, Taylor Goldsmith said you look like a skater dude.
I've never owned a skateboard in my life.
You look like you do.
I know, but I've never owned one.
If you were to meet Rick out and about, you'd instantly think that he's got a basketball hoop in his garden, which he does, and that he's got skateboards on his walls, signed by Tony Hawk, and there's a couple he rides with grind marks on.
I've never ridden a skateboard in my life.
You look like
but
you
now, should. At 28...
I think you should.
By the way. Is it the right time to start?
If this video gets 1,200 likes, I'll record Rick's first moments on a skateboard.
Could be interesting.
It could be interesting.
I can ride a waveboard, if you know what those are.
A waveboard?
Is that like split into two?
Ah.
And you sort of do that to propel yourself along.
No, I couldn't do that. I'd end up breaking a hip again. So yeah, I couldn't handle that.
I've only ever broke my little finger, so it'd be an adventure for me.
Well, adventure to A&E.
Exactly.
In the back of an ambulance.
Which is the best place to be at the moment. Well, if you want COVID. Yeah. I'm not sure it's my cup of tea, my bag. But yeah, so I did nearly get on board the hype train, but I dropped my ticket into the recycling bin and stepped off the station, off the platform, jumped into my little car, metaphorically that is, and drove home. And then sat there and thought, what the fuck have I done?
But I did screen capture it and send to Ricky. I could have had one.
You could have.
But I didn't see the point in spending £440 on the outright to not own something potentially heading into lockdown.
Could have sold it.
Yeah. But that's but actually, there's one more funny story we need to share about the pre-order gone wrong on eBay. The Argos, the guy cancelling the order. You told me that.
Oh, this is genuinely brilliant. If you didn't see this week, happened all over on Twitter. Well, to be fair, it came through on Twitter, but it happened on a forum. They were talking about the PS5. PS5? No, Xbox. They were talking about the Xbox Series X, and there was a guy who listed his listing on eBay. So he'd pre-ordered. It was through Argos, of all places. He'd placed an order. He instantly took a screenshot of the order, blacked out his details, whacked it on eBay for £1,000, right? Thinking he was going to get someone jump on the board and just like go out and buy it. What actually happened is it landed in a forum saying some twit has put it up for £1,000. One of the forumers then saw this and decided, oh, actually, I can see his name and I can see his address because he's not actually get rid of his postcode properly. He's not highlighted it enough. Went on to the online chat with Argos saying, hi, I've managed to get a pre-order for this somewhere else. Can I cancel my order, please? They said, certainly. What's your name and your postcode?
Oh.
He went, blah, 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 blah. Order cancelled. Thank you very much. Within 20 minutes, the listing was taken down from eBay because he had obviously noticed that he'd got a refund and had emailed him to say that his pre-order had been cancelled.
Oh, that's epic. I'm so happy.
It's honestly, the internet won that day.
Yeah, internet did win.
Definitely won that day.
That's epic, and that stopped one scalper doing it, because I hate scalpers. I think they're the worst. And I think, that he got his just desserts there, didn't he?
Oh, absolutely.
And too right as well. Bloody well. But to be fair, I believe that the fella that made the complaint or went on to Argos pretending to be him on the customer help, I'm not sure. A lot of our colonial cousins might have experiences of Argos. But Argos in this country, I remember buying a desk from Argos that was missing a screw. And I went on to, and it's a very specialist screw, if you're asking why I went to the bother of complaining. Right, it's very special. And I went onto the actual online chat, and that is the most unhelpful thing I've ever used in my life. Even just getting a full refund to take it back and get another one out.
I find Amazon online chat to be the hardest thing to deal with.
So the person that made that complaint should get an Xbox Series X for free. Just being able to do that.
Yeah.
They should get one.
Maybe someone should buy him one.
Maybe some, not me, not me.
Or me.
I can't even buy myself one.
No, not without wobbling.
Not without wobbling. I've got a thing about wobbling.
Joe loves a wobble.
Only recently.
Do you eat a lot of jelly?
Evidently. Hartley's, jam,
You
raspberry.
can't call jam jelly.
No,
Sorry.
but I don't. They make jam, they make jelly, they make all kinds of stuff, don't they?
Let's be fair, actually. They're going to think we're talking about jam.
Yeah, we know. I don't know.
Jelly's the stuff that wobbles on a plate. I don't really know what you call it. Gelatin?
Yeah, something like that. Peanut butter jelly time. But anyway, so to give you a recap what's going on with us, I mean, all of us are exhausted. Chris, me, and Ricky, we're absolutely shattered because in the UK, September and March are the plate change months, so it's a bit different to America with your tags and how it works with your cars and registrations and stuff. But
the UK have set plates.
Yeah, so we have set registrations that change, that are quite desirable for certain people anyway.
Certain people, yeah.
Certain people, quite desirable at particular times of the year. So for us being in the trade, especially more so for Ricky, because he sells brand new cars, and Chris and I sell used, but either way, we're always busy in September. So for us that we've managed to stick to any form of recording format is quite... we deserve a prize.
Well, you saw the sort of mood that I was in this morning.
Yeah, he was in a foul mood. Not often I say that about Ricky. He was in a bad mood. This t-shirt's about 20 sizes too big to me. It feels like a tent. Went camping in general. Anyway.
Way to go off the tangent.
Yeah, it was a tangent. So, but basically, we've all been knackered, and it's been really, really, yeah. So, the fact that we've stuck to any format's quite credible. It's amazing.
To be honest, the car industry at the moment is a weird place to be.
And it's quite weird, the paradox between new and used car sales, especially because, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think as we keep getting told, used car sales in the UK is in this big bubble that is growing and growing and growing, and they're predicting it's going to pop well now.
Pretty much, yeah. Same with new cars. Obviously, we've hit the registration month, and I just speaking from my perspective in terms of the brand that I sell. So I sell the Blue Oval Ford, and we are into a state of where we can't get any cars. So it's not a case of I can't really sell anything. It's a case of I've got nothing to sell, which is a salesperson.
It's quite hard to sell
hard.
Sell air. But selling dreams is what you're selling now.
Putting dreams on driveways.
Dreams on driveways.
I've got a friend that loves that saying. Literally
dreams
loves it.
I like that.
I used to take the piss out of him all the time. I was like, you can't sell a thing. He went, mate, I don't sell cars. I put dreams on driveways.
Oh.
And since then, I've had this level of respect for
I
him.
wasn't surprised it wasn't a Peugeot, was it?
It was.
Oh no! That's like a nightmare on Elm Street.
Nah, it was fine.
Nightmare on Elm Street, Peugeots on driveways. But it's really, we've been really, really busy. I've been really, really busy. And whoever said the bubble's going to pop I think they're mad because I'm still manically busy to the point.
I'm manically busy, and I'm actually sitting in this bubble at the moment because I'm in a weird situation where I've got lots going on still.
Yeah.
Whereas some of my colleagues have got nothing going on whatsoever.
Yeah.
They're struggling.
So it's been really, really funny, in a bit of an odd situation. But I think it's an exciting time now in the motor trade. And if anything, I think COVID's going to accelerate. In my opinion, I think it's going to accelerate manufacturers' ideas in what they're going to put dreams on driveways. And I really do like that. They're going to effectively speed up what they're going to make, and obviously.
Well, yes and no. We also have something coming into play, which is going to be interesting. Is that we now sell online.
Yeah, the thought of that makes me shudder.
Yeah.
Not going to lie. So effectively, we're pioneering a new scheme, which a lot of dealerships are basically going to go. So it's going to be less involved with human, and it's all going to be online. So you find the car you like, you buy it.
You choose where you want it from, or where you want it delivered to, or which dealership you want to pick it up from, and then it goes to that dealership. They sort it out, and then you collect it.
I think it's harrowing.
But it also means that they have no chance of A, negotiating, or B, forming an actual relationship with anyone in case anything goes wrong.
Yeah. No, I think it's very, very bad, and we won't go into too much detail. How salespeople are going to get paid out of it, I think it sounds horrendous. But anyway, it sounds. I think weirdly enough, I'm glad you brought this up actually, because I think in this situation with COVID and how it is, I think that we are losing touch with the human touch. I think that as far as cars go, and in general humanity is going, we're sort of being pushed apart. And
well, we kind of have. You look at how big apps, like certain apps, grew throughout the lockdown periods around the world. It wasn't just us, it was pretty much everywhere. So you think about apps like TikTok, you think about House Party, where the hell did that go?
Yeah.
Teams, Zoom,
Yep.
everything else. I mean, this is, although it's pushing us apart, it's pushing a lot of people closer together, just in different locations.
It is, but I think it all started with Tesco self-checkout. Or Walmart.
Are you another one of those people that hates the self-checkout?
I hate a self-checkout.
I want to deal with a person, please.
Well, no, because you put something in your bag and it just goes, unexpected item in bagging area. And it just squawks at you.
That normally means you haven't scanned it.
It doesn't matter.
It does matter.
Because it squawks at you, it draws attention to you, and the only person it doesn't draw attention to would be an actual human cashier to override it, who ignores you like you don't exist.
Yeah, fair.
So I think it started there, and I hate them. I miss the human touch.
I love them
More
because I don't like dealing with people.
See, but listen, right, I'm with you on that to a certain degree, but I do enjoy building a rapport with people. More so, that's really been brought into me now that I'm having previous customers that have got back in touch with me to buy a car, and it's beautiful. And they bought dozens of cars with me in the past, and it's just lovely to know the family, see the family, watch them all grow as people, find out what's going on with them, have a catch up, and do business at the same time. And I love that. That's what floats my boat, and that's what I like about my job. I don't like about my job, I love about my job. It gives me a tingling sensation in my testicles. I like that.
The tingling sensation or your job?
Both. Not sure which one more than the
Don't
other.
do them both at the same time.
No. And don't check them in front of a customer, see awkwardly frowned upon.
Yeah. Leave your Gucci belt in your trousers.
Indeed. So no, but I really do enjoy that, and I think it's weird how, and I think we spoke about this. And do you know what's really weird? I went back and watched one of our old episodes just before COVID. So this is another tangent here.
Which one?
I think it was episode 3.
Dolphins.
When Chris finally come back. I think it's one of our biggest episodes.
Dolphins would be, yeah.
Yeah, it's nearly 8,000 views it's got now.
I wish I could do a dolphin noise, but I can't.
It's when you Chris here to do it. But I went back and watched it, and what made me laugh? Do you know what made me laugh? One of the opening sentences I say to you, I'm like, do you reckon this COVID is anything to worry about? Ricky goes,
Nah, of course not.
no. And he reels off loads of facts about more people dying, it's not really an issue. And then like a week or two later, lockdown.
It comes out of the bites in the arse, doesn't it?
Yeah. A month later, it's like, be careful what you put on the internet, because you never know what will come back. Ricky, I might have to find a clip of it and pop it in this video actually right at the end. Ricky, do you reckon this code would be an issue?
Nah.
I literally...
Turns out, nearly ruined our fucking lives.
I did. Ruined our nation. Decimated our economy.
Basically did.
Nah. I just love it.
What's funny now is that we're actually moving into a state where we're almost going to get fined every time we go outside of our house for no apparent reason.
Yeah, I know. It's incredible, isn't it? This black knot. I just think it's incredible. I just love it. But anyway, I went back and watched the episode and I did actually laugh. And it's funny to see how different how we were pre-COVID. In terms
it was
of
a bit more relaxed, I think.
Yeah, I think everyone's more tense in general, just not just as in the podcast format, but
I went back the other day and watched the One Gun clip.
Yeah. Oh god, we still talk about that.
We talk about it, but can't show it.
We can't show it. It's a shame, really.
It's dreadful.
We need to. I feel like we need to show it.
It's dreadful, but absolutely hilarious at the same time.
It is. Yeah, it is
it's
indeed.
Genuinely, it's probably like the funniest moment, like one of the funniest moments of my life.
Yeah, I know. Oh.
It was so bizarre. It wasn't even in part of the recording. It was literally just us messing about playing PlayStation.
I know.
Anyway,
I've got that. I'm just thinking back, regaling in memories. Think of this as a summary moment. But no, we did have some fun. But it's interesting looking back in hindsight. And if you haven't seen our previous episodes, go back and watch them.
Go back and watch.
Because I genuinely mean it. You will not be disappointed. Because some of our older episodes were absolute comedy gold in there. And we had some guests on as well, which is another thing I do miss, because it's made it trickier.
COVID's made it a bit difficult to be able to get people in to be able to do that.
And I really want to have Ian back from Big Motoring World.
Yeah.
Publications, fascinating bloke, really good friend of mine. Genuinely one of the most intelligent people I know. And he's just funny.
I'm offended by it.
And honestly, and he's so funny, and I really want to have him back. But I think it's a bit tricky trying to get guests on now.
Yeah, with like spacing and stuff like that, it'd be quite difficult. I think we need to look into a dedicated space,
which is something that we have got planned.
We have.
So moving on further on down the podcast, again, this is something we've got to touch on later. But for upcoming episodes. There is news coming along the pipeline actually that I've got to discuss with you afterwards, but there's things that are happening that we are obviously from previous comments as well, and people have said to us in Discord. Join our Discord if you haven't already. Little shameless plug.
We'll say it again in a minute.
Yeah, I'll say it every 5 minutes to join. I'll see you. Right, so
watching.
I'm watching you, watching me, watching us, watching each other, watching you. So we come out of a dedicated recording space. That's out of our hands, is what it is, and so we've got something else planned in the pipeline. It's actually going to be bigger, better, and uncut, baby. You're gonna love it. So when that all comes to fruition, it's not going to be this side of the year, though. I can tell you that much.
No, it won't be.
Because there's too much going on. But irrelevant to that, stay tuned. If you haven't already, like and subscribe, and I'll remind you again later.
Join Discord.
Join Discord. We have actually, and that's another thing I'm really proud of in the podcast, the fact that we've built this growing community, and you know who you are. You watch week in, week out. You're in our Discord, and we've got some real cool people that I love.
In the Discord channel?
Yeah.
Yeah. Lately, I've not been on it as much as you have.
And just so you know, and I don't think we fully explained to our Discorders that because of the nature of what we do, I think we're often... Ricky's got a family, I've got a family, Chris is just a absolute all over the place. We're all over the place. So and it's our fault. I think we got a bit lazy. So I think that we've not been on top of the Discord as much as we can, but the people are still active, and it's great, and I love it.
Yep.
And we can go in and out any time, and we always have a laugh with them. There's a running topic at the moment about burning ears, but that's another story. So it's just like we've got this lovely community growing, and just I think upon reflection of the podcast, I'm just really happy how
it's turning out well.
Really well. And the fact that we've got people that will watch us and people that join the Discord and chat to us, it's been great. And just to remind you is that when we do, and we are getting closer and closer to 200 subs.
It's moving slowly, so if you know anyone that potentially has a YouTube account, get them to join.
In fact, let's. Can I just give you an update? Sorry, I'll get told off for going on the. Sorry, did I say I was going to be little screen? Let me check my big screen. We're at 188 subs.
So we need 12 people. You people out there, there's got to be more than 12 people watching now that have not subscribed.
And yeah, 100. Yeah,
sort it out.
Last time I checked, from the viewerships, I think it's over 50% of people that watch our videos haven't subscribed. Do subscribe. Join the community. You're always welcome. We have a laugh. And when we do hit that 200 subs, I've got to be honest, it's going to be an iconic moment for our channel, because I am more. I can't tell you how excited I am.
Joey's literally going to do the podcast in a bikini.
If this video gets 2,500 likes.
So it's gone from 1,200.
That's for Chris.
2,500.
I'll literally take my top off and wear tassels on my nipples. And for you foot lovers, I'll step in gelatin live on camera.
Jesus Christ.
If this video gets 1,200 likes. Anyway.
1,200, that's all it needs?
Yes.
I can definitely create 1,200.
Anyway, so yeah, it's really, really cool. And when we get to 200 subs, we are going to do a live Q&A. So we are via our Discord channel and webcams and the power of technology. We're going to record us. We're going to have a live chat and actually talk, because it's what I love about this, and it's fascinating that a lot of our viewers are actually in America.
And there's so many different
and
types
Canada.
Of characters.
Sorry, I'll get told off for doing that again.
You will. There's so many different types of characters.
They are, and we've got people in Europe as well, and just. But it's going to be epic, and I've got it all planned in my head. I know how it's going to work. It's going to be epic. We just like and subscribe. It's going to be good.
Sort it out.
Sort it out. See you, baby. Shakily less. But yeah, so in other news, another thing that we've sort of deviated away from that we also do like, obviously, car talk. We haven't really had much time amongst talking about all the other stuff that's going on and keeping on top of all the bits and bobs that we're all fascinated with. Fundamentally, what brought all of us together, including Chris, and I'll speak from his absence,
it's cars.
It's cars. We're all massively into cars, really, really thorough petrol heads. In different ways. I was a massive track day enthusiast, especially when I was younger. I changed my car every 4 months, 6 months, sometimes not to get something fancy, but I just enjoy different cars. Chris, big petrol head, massive petrol head actually, from a young age having very, very fast cars and still having fast cars now. You yourself, massive petrol head, you've owned some quite iconic cars. And you've been to Goodwood, which unfortunately, again, this is something that's sort of, I've never really gone.
Again.
Do you know what? I want to say it for a picture. I've never been to Goodwood, and that's something I've always meant to go to, and I've never bothered to go to. I wanted to, but it's never really. I've never pushed the envelope.
For those people that don't know, the Goodwood Festival of Speed, I'm going to put it out there, is the greatest motoring show on the planet. Like, honestly, it is just. It's incredible.
Prototypes,
incredible.
new cars.
You get prototypes, new cars, you get old cars, you get racing cars, you get every single type of car you can think about. Anything that has an engine and wheels is basically there. I don't know anywhere else that you can literally walk through a paddock, or like they've set up paddocks on the day, so you can walk through and then all of a sudden you'll have 24 NASCARs all start up at the same time. Honestly, your bones vibrate.
Yeah.
You are literally standing next to it. It is amazing.
That actually gives me a little memory there. That's really bizarre, and I'll never forget it. I remember going to Santapod, which in the UK is a drag strip.
Which we don't have very many of.
Which we don't have many of. In America, you've got one pretty much around every corner. Slight exaggeration. Let's not Google fact check that. But you're begging drag race, and in the UK, you could count them probably on, well, two hands, if that.
Yeah, quite easily.
So Santapod's our largest one, and it's now sort of deviated into other stuff like drifting. But anyway, at its core, drag racing. And when Evo 6, Mitsubishi Evo 6, a friend of mine, when I was an apprentice mechanic, that's my background, I used to work on cars. When Evo 6 was, when it's back in its heyday, when it was, they are 20 grand cars now, but back when they were 20 grand cars, what, 10 years ago, I want to say, maybe more than that?
It was a lot longer than that.
A lot longer than that. So my sense of time so my friend had bought one. We went to put on the drag strip, and I'll never forget. Me being a passenger, him driving, because I didn't even have a driving license at that time, so I must have been before I was 17. and there was a V8 muscle car, like a drag racer muscle car, and we had no idea what we were going up against, and we were already on the line, and we heard this massive looking round behind us, and this basically Chevy people, like whatever the hell it was, doing a rolling burnout. I've got pictures somewhere, I have to find them. And I remember this thing, the offbeat drum of a V8 pulling up next to us, not even just at idle. And I looked over at all the gauges on the Evo, and all the gauges where the vibrations were so severe from this V8,
it was lifting up.
All the gauges, speedo, revs, we weren't even that boost gauge. Everything was just going. And then when we launched, I mean, I think Matt actually cocked up his launch because he was so off put by what was going on next to us. And it just gone, and we were just still stood there. Oh, I'm in third. Epic memories, man.
I'd have to find some videos and show the videos of Goodwood, but yeah, just insane, like genuinely insane.
And this is something that I've never experienced, and something that I think I should go. I want to do, and unfortunately, having COVID has made me regret things like that, not doing things like that, and never because we don't know when we're going to experience things like that again.
No, like for myself, pretty much every 6 months, I'd end up going to a car show. But when I say car show, I mean the big motor releasing event. So the biggest ones, Geneva, Gym Swiss as they call it, and they also rotated once every 2 years between between Frankfurt and Paris.
Yeah.
So we'd always every 6 months we'd be going to a show somewhere for the day. So for a day, it sounds like miles away for us, but for you American folk, it's not very far. I'd end up in Germany for the day, or I'd end up in Paris for the day, or Switzerland. And that's the sort of stuff that I miss, being able to go out and just travel for the day, go to the car show, get absolutely exhausted, fly home. Go
No
back.
pun intended. Pun intended.
Yeah, pun intended.
But yeah,
Dad jokes.
Yeah, but yeah, and it's making me miss stuff like that. And do you know what? This the other thing, without getting all sentimental or mushy, I'm quite glad we're doing this. I'm quite glad we're doing this because it's almost a way of documenting us throughout a global crisis.
Yeah. We can look back at this in 5 years and go, how fucking stupid was that?
I know, but how we all went into this sort of underestimating it, all of us.
Yep.
Underestimating what we were heading into. The spike of it, again, no pun intended, of all going off, and then now.
Well, we're going off again. That's the thing. We're literally in takeoff mode.
Life as we know it, will we ever get it back, Rick?
It's the end of the world as we know it.
I want you to say something like,
Nah. Chris ain't here. Chris can't do it.
no, I know. I want it to be like Fallout 4. Fallout New Vegas. Ricky, controversial.
I'd quite like to live in
Ricky,
Vegas.
do you reckon this will be the end of the world? And next
That's
thing,
about a nuclear apocalypse.
and next thing, you're all like watching us on like a wind-up telly. Oh, let's wind up the internet to see what Ricky and Joe are doing, and Chris, and
We're
our
eating baked
hazmat
beans
suits.
out of a tin.
Yeah, and we'll be in like these air pressure containers talking to each other through like cups and telephones.
Do you remember when we used to go outside?
Yeah, without having to wear a radiation suit. That's
That's what it'd be
incredible. Yeah, it's incredible. It's incredible. But yeah, so there's so many things. One thing that has really caught my eye as well is cars on the road, because obviously after I had my fast car, I had my Focus ST.
To be honest, when you're driving, cars on the road normally do catch your eye.
I do at the moment. But one car that I really like the look of, and I keep saying, is the A35 and A45 AMG, which in the UK, you have it in the US, I think. They're pretty sure they do.
I'm not sure. I think they do.
Anyway, it's a hatchback, quick car, four-wheel drive, turbo, Merc car. I'll put pictures up here. So
and here, and here,
and here, and here, and here, and over my face as well.
Like Tracy Baker.
That's you like that, didn't you?
That made me laugh.
So there's a couple of cars I really like the look of for my next car. I really like the Puma ST, which we sell. That's coming. And
Which was tickled my.
apparently, the rumoured price point is going to be 24 grand.
No, 28.
I'm out.
Price list comes out at some point this week.
Really?
Yeah, I'll let you know with that.
Oh god, right, okay. That's horrendous. That's like a couple more grand. You might as well get a Focus.
But Puma is Focus money.
Yeah, but it's not a Focus car.
But it's the same. It's the same price.
Did you get Focus in? Okay.
Up to you, innit?
A35, yeah, I don't get it. Why would you put a 3-cylinder, same horsepower engine? Anyway, sorry. A35 and A45, I really love that car.
The A45 is growing on me. I don't think I like the Aero Pack, but I do. I like the A45.
Suit you, sir. Didn't like it on the original A45 because it made it like a Chavmobile.
I can't say much about Chavmobiles. I drive a Fiesta ST.
But yours is quite understated and quite nice. Could be worse, could be bright orange. Anyway.
With a sun strip.
Yeah, but,
and wind deflectors.
Yeah.
And a massive spoiler.
Ricky, he's Julie. But I really like the look of the A45 and A30. I'd be happy with an A35. Shit.
Oh, I wouldn't, because I know that there's a faster version out there.
I used to be like that.
I am like that.
However, I don't think I'm prepared to pay up another 25,000 rupees to get the one that's a little bit better. When realistically, real world terms, there ain't loads in it.
Yeah, I still want the 45.
Yeah. So there's loads of them on the road, and it's just tickling me pink. I just every other car where I live is one of those at the moment.
I want an M3 Touring.
Yeah. I was thinking about this in the car over, and I forgot to completely mention it. And I know what you're going to say.
Grill? Have you seen the front face?
Right. Can we just talk about this for a second? So, big news.
Can you just put a picture here of an M3 or M4?
Okay, you be M3, I'll be M4. Right. There we go.
They are a bit spectacular.
They look like a dropped frog.
Yeah, I see that.
It looks like it doesn't. It looks like Sloth from the Goonies. So,
yeah, okay.
I'm not feeling it. I like the back. I like the back of it. I like the interior. It's very special.
I love the interior.
And the UK, the new M3 and M4, because I know a couple of us, there's a couple of BMW aficionados, especially one that's not sat there right now, which is, I'm gutted I'm having this conversation about him right now, but there's only going to be the competition pack in the UK. There's not going to be a standard mod in the UK, only going to have the competition.
On the 3 and 4?
On the 3 and 4. I've confirmed this, I've checked this.
But isn't the...
In Europe and in America, they're having the M3 and M4 and then the competition pack.
But isn't normally the competition pack the auto?
Basically. But in the UK, it's only going to be competition. Shmee himself has told me. And Shmee's never wrong. He's never wrong. I've never met more of a car anorak than Shmee. Hello guys, it's Shmee. He knows his gerbils. So, yeah.
I can't talk about Shmee without doing it.
No. Hello.
Cheers.
Cheers. Thanks for watching. Come back for next week. Cheers. I shouldn't take the mick out of him, should I?
No, you shouldn't.
He's lovely.
He's much bigger than us. And I've met him a couple of times, and he's actually a nice fella.
He's a lovely fella, Tim. Hello. He's lovely. I'm just jealous that he has all my favourite cars.
He bought one of his cars off us. Not off us particularly, but
yeah, I know. The orange
franchise.
Focus. Orange Focus and his blue Focus.
And the red one.
And the red one, yeah.
Heritage.
Yeah. Anyway, so where would we go with this? So here, sorry, there's only been the competition in the UK. They gave you more standards. So before in the UK, BMW were a nightmare for options. You get the carbon pack as standard inside.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure there's something else that's standard that I was blown away with. I think it's something to do with the trim level inside the car. I don't know. I'm just staggered. When Chris told me the options on his 2 Series 240, which is like a baby M2.
That little list that you printed off. I did see it. You did show me.
And it's incredible. I mean, there's things on there that you can get standard on a Ford Fiesta Z-Tech.
Do you know what I found out the other day?
What?
And this is quite surprising. It's not going to be news to everyone, but it was news to me. It's probably going to be news to you.
I'm waiting.
Pause for effect. Do you know how much Apple CarPlay is on a Ferrari?
I know how much it is on a BMW.
How much is on a BMW?
£350.
How much do you think it is on a Ferrari?
I'm going to say £1,000.
We need to play this game called Ferrari Price List, but it's more than that. I'll give you a clue. Times it by 10.
10 grand.
£10,500.
Why? No.
Because it's a Ferrari.
That's outrageous. I'm never buying a Ferrari.
Did you know you could buy a carbon fibre cup holder for your Ferrari? It's about £6,500. For a cup holder.
Did you get a mate to make? You want one made out of a 3D printer? This is what I don't get. Why do manufacturers think this is okay? And
because they're smaller numbers.
right, I'm glad we've got this conversation because I feel very strongly about something that I am really not happy with. Really not happy with, and
New segment.
Joe's really not happy with this week. On Joe's not really not happy with.
You need a little steam coming out your ears and like red face.
Rich View Tech. I'm really not happy with the fact that BMW are pioneering a new system where it is a pay monthly subscription, optional extras. I'm out.
I kind of get it.
No, I knew you would. You don't until you have to pay for it. I think it's
yeah,
ridiculous.
but
Tesla do it as well.
Why do I see stuff like this? From a business perspective, it makes total sense because more people are now going to buy options because they look at them as they're cheaper.
Right. Okay. So initially, at first, I was with you. I was like, do you know what? I don't want heated seats all round. I maybe only want them in winter. So I'll pay for it for 3 months of the year and my heated seats via download. And this is how it works. So you have a BMW, whatever, 8 Series for this example. The car has heated seats, but they're switched off unless you pay something like 25 or probably no BMW won't be that cheap. It'd be something like £80 a month, and they'll switch your heated seats and heated steering wheel via Wi-Fi. Bomp, they put it on. You pay monthlies, and then when you don't want it, you stop paying your direct debit, and they switch them off.
Isn't that a great idea?
No.
Isn't that a great idea?
No.
You think about it. How much would you normally pay for heated seats in a BMW?
I know how much they are on a Ford.
How much they on the Ford?
If you buy a titanium Focus, nothing.
Right, we're going to have a quick break there.
We are going to have a quick break there.
Break.
That didn't work out so well. So I had to calm down, so I got a bit heated. I had to calm down. Things got a bit escalated, and I've now hurt Ricky's leg.
I didn't realise that was the bumpy bit of the sofa.
That's going to hurt.
Landed
Feel
on
that
my
morning.
arse.
So basically, I feel very strongly about this. I think it's a bad move,
I
bad
think
choice.
it's a good move. It's a good idea. It makes perfect logical sense from a money perspective.
But I didn't realise that Ricky was secretly sponsored by BMW.
I'm not.
I think he is. We'll have a vote. We'll have a poll. On
I've
Discord.
never owned a BMW actually. But I do want an M3
That sounds like an undercover German spy would say. This
I'm not going to
quickly.
do a German accent because it's horrendous.
It is horrendous. However, the good thing with this is there's going to be a man in a back alley that'll be able to switch it on, that'll hack your computer.
Oh, absolutely.
Which is only a good thing about it, except for it's a Tesla, because it will just break your car and never start ever again. Basically. But anyway, so I'm glad we got onto that topic because I'm venting about that, and I hate BMW and options, and the fact that
Gives you a chance to blast some steam, doesn't it?
it does, and the fact that it's going to be premium car makers, but I think premium car makers need to sort their lives out and stop this silly options game. I thought BMW just got better with the new M cars with optional extras, but then this new talk about pay subscription services. I hate. Just when you think you've got rid of all your direct debits, you've got Netflix, you've got YouTube Premium, you've got your heated seats in your BMW.
You just literally 2 minutes ago, I'm over this, I'm done. I'm not talking about it anymore.
So-
All of a sudden, I'm back into it.
Yeah, I know. It gave me the ump. But do you know what? I think we've covered enough for this week. I'm really gutted though. Going back to our mate Shmee very quickly though. The AMG Black. That man buys every car that I've ever wanted. I'm so jealous and bitter. Am I turning incredible
Right,
green?
I'm glad you said that because he owns a Suzuki Jimny.
I think he sold that.
Doesn't matter, still bought one.
He did buy one. So did TGE. He bought one as well.
He did.
Doesn't mean I'm going to buy one.
Talk about him quickly because he's got a pretty good car collection.
He has got a very good car collection. He's got a Pista.
It has, and a Carrera GT, which is on my bucket list.
It is, and the fact that, I've got to be honest, what impressed me is not impressed, again, this is something I hate about Ferrari, to be able to qualify to buy a Pista, brand new at least, you had to jump through hurdles and buy into.
Oh, that's the same with any Ferrari special car going. For those people out there that don't know how you buy a special Ferrari, you have to be part of the qualifying list, which means that you need to own a certain amount of cars or have owned a certain car for a certain period of time.
TG did say that one of the cars he never took delivery of, he just put an order in for it, paid the money, which is probably about 400 grand, and then sold the order to someone else that wanted his specification. So he probably ordered it in resale red.
Which probably happens quite often.
That is always a good colour to go for, resale red in Ferrari.
Red or yellow.
Basically, you're going to get your money back. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's maybe we're missing the point working at a Ford garage. I don't know. Well,
We're
to
not doing
buy
something right.
to buy a new Focus ST, you need to buy at least a 1 litre Fiesta Z-Tech and a KA Plus, and maybe whatever else, an EcoSport.
Maybe that's what we need to do.
Maybe that's what we need to do. Right. Anyway, I think we'll wrap it up for this week. I think we've got enough. But Chris will be back next week, hopefully, if he's not bird watching.
He's a tweeter now, is he?
He's a tweeter. Tweet now. So we will be back. I'm dying as well. Not COVID, I'm just dying. So the normal format, back next week, and if you haven't already, like and subscribe. Join Discord. Do it now.
That was a bit less passive aggressive than it normally is.
It's a bit more aggressive
Bit
this
more
time.
aggressive.
Less
Do
passive.
it again. Jeez.
Yeah. Right. Chris, anything?
Chris, anything from you?
I think he would have said nah.
That's a no. I think we said no as well.
Maybe he would have said something this week.
Who knows?
Maybe next week we'll find out.
Tune
Right.
in for more.
Tune in for more. Like and subscribe. Take care. Thank you and good night.
Ciao.
Bye, bus driver. Bye. Bye.